What's up, YouTube family? I'm back again with another reaction video. If you're new to Leftover Family, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure post notifications are turned on. And without further ado, cue the intro. Period. All right, y'all. So we're back again with another reaction video. This time, this is a little different. This is the insane floating city, $8 million floating city. Is that million or is that billion? That's billion. $8 billion floating city. How they gonna have a floating city? I don't know, but let's get straight into this, y'all.
This $8 billion monstrosity is next on the list of absurd design projects in Saudi Arabia. A gigantic terra yacht shaped like a sea turtle called Pangeos. The Pangeos terra yacht has 38 private villas, 128 apartments, hotels, clubs, parks and additional rooms on its massive 610 meters wide and 550 meters long body. The Lazzarini design studio is famous for its absurd and futuristic designs of cars, aerospace devices, yachts, and floating architecture. Pangeos will be the largest floating structure to be ever built, named after Pangaea, a supercontinent that existed 200 million years ago. It will be a full-on floating city, according to Lazzarini.
How do you get a full floating city? Like, could you imagine who has to drive it? Does it drive itself? How do you steer this thing? How do you see? Wow. Yo, this has got to be expensive. Could you imagine living on one of these? You cannot have seasickness living on this.
There are even gonna be tiny ports for smaller ships and aircraft to get guests to arrive there in style. This huge vessel is going to be powered by 9 electric motors, putting out 16,800 horsepower each. The roof will be decked with solar panels to power it. Additionally, its wings will generate energy from braking the waves while sailing. Pushed from a jet drive transmission, the Terra structure will be able to cruise at the speed of 5 knots. Just a quick.
Okay, so that's a lot of power, but it's moving really, really slow. 5 knots is not very fast. So it's moving slow so things don't shift. Because think about it, you're in the ocean, there's waves. How is this thing going to feel when it impacts on the waves? Does it have something to keep the waves from knocking stuff off your walls? What if you're eating? Knocking food off the table? Like, that's what I want to know. Are you going to be able to stand up? Is it going to be like a weeble wobble all the time? What is it?
Quick note, if you liked the video so far, hit that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. Thank you very much. Back to the video. Divided into blocks, Pangeos has a main square of which other buildings arise. The upper area will be surrounded by green spaces. On its fins, there are gonna be pools, a relaxing area, private villas and apartments. Pangeos would simply cruise around in the sea, making the journey the destination. The construction will begin in 2033 in the King Abdullah port. If approved, it will take up to 8 years to construct. Here comes the catch. This port isn't even big enough. For it to be built, they have to dig up about 1 square kilometer of sea in a circular dam before the build could commence. This is just absurd.
So there's not even a port big enough to build this thing? So they're gonna have to dig up dirt and make a port.
Of absurd, have you seen my other video about the 170 kilometers long skyscraper through Saudi Arabia? Here's the link to that. If you want to see it afloat sooner, there's a crowdfunding initiative which allows you to buy anything from a virtual entrance ticket that costs $16 to a VIP apartment that costs $169 via NFT. That's for a virtual apartment, of course. But if you want to
Wait, $169,000? That's a virtual
buy a
apartment?
real one, you can put that money towards a deposit for the real thing. What is your opinion on Pangeos? Write it in.
Okay, what's a virtual apartment? I can't live in it. So why would you pay $169,000 for a apartment? Or you can use the deposit to get a real one. I don't know, y'all. That sounds gonna be very expensive. This is gonna be like the lifestyle from the rich and famous to get away from the paparazzi. Yeah, that's what that's gonna be. Anyway, y'all, let me know in the comment section what you think about this. video. Make sure you smash that thumbs up for me. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.
Your love is a one and